Hello, my name is Bree Henderson, and this is about me. I grew up in Richland, Washington. In Richland, there is a massive river, the Columbia River, that goes through there, so we would go tubing a lot and go boating all the time when I was growing up. We also would travel to Oregon or to northern Washington to go snowboarding and skiing. And finally, my dad grew up in a farming family, so I learned how to farm, and I would operate heavy farm equipment and stuff. Some of my greatest accomplishments: first, I became a licensed cosmetologist. I started school when I was in high school, so I would go to high school and then I would go do hair school part-time, and I started that my junior year, so I was able to finish cosmetology school shortly after graduating high school. I'm currently a practicing cosmetologist as well. My second accomplishment was serving an honorable mission, and finally being married in the temple. What I hope to get from this course is an increased understanding of how people live. I want to gain knowledge of how to improve as a teacher, recognize the way culture and diversity affect the classroom, and ways to accommodate students with uncommon beliefs and lifestyles. My test results came up as abstract random thinking. So what that means is the way I think and organize information is through reflection, and I thrive in unstructured, people-oriented environments. This way of thinking is very personal and emotional. And when I first read my results, I thought, there's no way, that's not me. But then, as I reflected, the way abstract random thinkers do, I realized that I am an abstract random thinker. Here's a few reasons why I realized that. Abstract random thinkers don't do well in very structured environments. I'm that way. I feel that structured environments restrict people from being themselves. One experience that I had with this was when I first became a missionary. That's a very structured lifestyle, especially when I served. We had every hour of every day planned out, and you have just a way of being, and people expect things from you and expect you to be a certain way, and it was really hard for me to learn how to be myself and to be a missionary. So I really struggled with it in the beginning because I felt like that structured environment kept me from being myself. But as time went on, I learned how to use my personality traits and my skills to be a great missionary. But that was just a time that I really struggled in a structured environment. As I became an adult, I realized that I was heavily influenced by others. I used to think that I was all different and that people didn't understand me and, blah, 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 little teenager things. And I just kind of thought I was this unique individual that was like separated from the crowd. But really, I had a lot of friends, and I just didn't see it from that perspective. But I really was heavily, and am still heavily, influenced by others. I look at the way people act and some things that they like and things that they don't like, and I really take those things into consideration when I'm interacting with them. It's always a work in progress. Abstract random thinkers' world, as I said before, is very personal and emotional. And the way that I kind of interpreted that into my own life was that I've always hated conflict. I always consider people's feelings and emotions, and I try to bring out the positive ones in others and myself. So, I don't want to make anybody mad. I don't want to cross anybody. I don't like when people are mad at me or upset with me, I try to be the peacemaker. And that's what my family kind of calls me, I guess, is the peacemaker. My husband, he's also a peacemaker. It's one reason that I think we ended up together is because neither of us like conflict, and neither of us cause conflict. Abstract random thinkers remember information better when it's personalized. I saw this trait in me after starting hair school, because for the first time, I felt like I was having hands-on experience with what I was learning. And so, honestly, at that point in my life, all of my grades became better because I realized that I could take what I was learning and apply it into real life. In hair school, we would have an hour of book work and stuff, and we had to take tests, and we had to do paperwork and all this stuff that you would do in normal school. But then for the rest of the time, we had the opportunity to practice doing hair and actually have that hands-on experience. And so it just changed everything for me. I just became a lot better of a student because I was learning it. It actually made sense to me. And that kind of carried over into my high school classes as well. Finally, abstract random thinkers are good at working with others. So Mr. Gregork, or however you say his last name, encourages us to hone in those skills. I've seen my desire to associate with others be a hindrance in the classroom many times. I easily get distracted by friends because I want to socialize with them. This actually happened to me growing up when I would sit by my friends. You could see my grade go down. And then as soon as I got moved, my grade went up because I would focus on my work instead of trying to socialize with my friends. But I also do well in group projects and on a team. So it can be, and it should be, a strength. So that's just a little bit about me, and those are ways that I saw the way that I think and perceive the world connect with how my results came out as an abstract random thinker. It really does resonate with me. I had my doubts. I really wasn't sure about this whole test thing, but I can really see how I am an abstract random thinker.